This is drawn from a postcard I bought in the 1980s. Not in Poland, actually, but in Seattle, which I found around the time I was doing this drawing this past winter in 2012, which I've since shelved somewhere. Arbeit macht frei, the entry sign outside Auschwitz I. This was the third artwork I've done of and about Primo Levi. The first was a linoleum block print called Primo Levi and the Stars, sometimes called Primo Levi and the Clouds. I'll do a film on that separately after I print one of the proofs. The second artwork I did was published on the cover of Professor Jonathan Drucker's book, as you see here. Let me get away from the reflection. 2008 by an academic press out of New York, Palgrave Macmillan. The original artwork was accepted about a year and a half ago into the Yad Vashem Art Museum collection, my second work in the collection, and was donated by a Seattle family here. The original is a good size. It's India ink. So this is a tiny reproduction of it in the book cover. That drawing was based on a photo I had saved that was in the Independent, the British newspaper, in April 1987 when Levi died. I was living in Aberdeen, Scotland at the time, and I was international artist in residence. And actually, one friend here, Rainer Waldman Atkins, had mentioned Primo Levi to me, but I had never read any. And then this article caught my eye in '87 after his death, and I became a great fan of Primo Levi's writings after that. And two of my favorite books are this one here called Moments of Reprieve, which is kind of autobiographical short stories based on his time as a slave laborer in a chemical factory. I forget it was IG or Iggy Farben or some other that was at the Auschwitz-Birkenau, death camp and slave labor complex. And the other book that I adore of his is The Periodic Table. There you have it. Primo Levi with Arrrgh fish, which is this here. This is how I do art therapy. I teach about the Holocaust and human rights, and I have an art therapy class I facilitate in tandem with my PowerPoint presentations, but I never draw during the classes when I'm teaching 10, 11-year-olds, 14 to 15-year-olds, and university students, particular art therapy majors and the MA graduate level. So in some artworks here and there, this is how I get it out. Arrrgh. Because the Holocaust, to me, is so awful, overwhelming. I actually can't stand the Holocaust. And but I deal with it because it's important to me. It's the kind of paradigm example in today's conflict-ridden world. It's extremely useful as a teaching tool about all the genocides, racism, hate, and wars going on today. There you have it. Thank you.